Alright, so the show starts with the glass shattering and Steve Austin making his way down to the ring. He grabs a mic, but before he can say a word, Triple H's music's hit. He runs down to the ring and they begin to wail on each other. But they're broken up by half the roster, and eventually they're both arrested for obviously last week's shenanigans. 100 rated. We then had a match between Ray and Liga versus Too Cool, which went for 75. Ray got the win on Scotty Too Hotty with a springboard Hurricane Rana. Jushin 75, Ray 82, which is a little bit low for him actually. Scotty, yeah, okay, it's not. And next train for Jushin, that's not great. 75. We then have a backstage segment where we see Chyna chilling out, and then she gets attacked from behind by Stacy Keibler. She gets tied to a wheelchair with a hairdryer cord, and she's wheeled out onto the main stage. 63 rated. Yeah, gotta give her a script. So with Chyna tied up by the ring, she's forced to watch Trish Stratus defeat Lita in a 66 match. After the match, Trish begins to slam Lita's head into the mat while Chyna watches. We then cut to a segment where Ric Flair is visiting Arn Anderson in hospital. She's told by the nurse that it's not looking good for Arn. He's in a really bad way. 75 rated. That's probably because of Arn. We then cut back to the show. Taker and Kane have found Vince McMahon backstage. They understand things are really bad for his family right now, with Shane and Steph being kidnapped, but they demand Hogan, or otherwise things are going to get a hell of a lot worse for him. 84 rated. I thought this would be a lot better. We had a match between Benoit and William Regal, where Eddie Guerrero came down, actually helped out Benoit and got him the win. 73 rated. Eddie celebrates with Benoit at the end and raises his hand while his music plays, but Eddie's just eyes locked on Eddie, doesn't trust him whatsoever. 81 rated. We then have the second round worth of qualification matches for King of the Ring. So a match between Canyon and Test. Test got the win with a pump handle slam. Canyon went for 70 and Test went for 64, which is okay. Okay, we then cut to the dungeon, the Heart Dungeon, where Brett I can't even get my words out, I'm sorry. Brett has Stephanie tied up and she's being stretched by Stu and Jim Neidhart. He asks Vince again, what's it going to take for him to get the match at King of the Ring with Shawn Michaels? How many more family members is he going to get hurt? And that's it, 82 rated. We then had that handicap match between Hulk Hogan versus The Undertaker and Kane. Hogan got the win when the NWO interfered. Scott Hall and Kevin Nash obviously came in and interfered with the match. 81 rated. Taker did really well. Hogan not too bad. Kane pretty good as well. Cactus Jack is then seen limping down the ramp after all the beating he's taken over the last couple of weeks, but by the time he gets to the ring, the NWO are long gone and hopped the barriers. 86 rated. We then cut backstage and we see Sting walking in the parking lot. He then gets into the hallway, he finds The Rock. They lock eyes, but they are teammates for tonight before their match at King of the Ring for the World Heavyweight Championship. 89 rated. We had the match between Kurt Angle and The Big Show, where an irate Ric Flair is back from the hospital and tries to interfere in the match, but Kurt Angle got the win anyway. 80 rated. Show actually did pretty decent there. I'm not too fussed about that. After the match, Ric Flair has gone to grab the ring bell and hit Kurt Angle with it, but he reverses it and slaps in the ankle lock. He then takes his gold medals around from his neck and begins to cut Ric Flair's forehead until he starts to bleed with them. 87 rated. We then backstage and Bill Goldberg walks past a warming up Booker T. There's no confrontation, they lock eyes. Bill Goldberg just gives him a wry smile knowing he's got his number. 89 rated. We then had a tag team match between The Rock and Sting and Booker T and Diamond Dallas Page that went for 86. The Rock and Sting have great chemistry when teaming together. I really hope that chemistry pays off for their match at King of the Ring. Sting 95, The Rock 100. DDP actually, that's pretty good for him. 76, and Booker did a good job there with 80. That's a good match. I'm pleased with that. And Then to close out the show, we find Vince finding Shawn backstage. Sorry, he tells the WWF champion that he's gonna have to give Bret his match at King of the Ring for the WWF title, but there's absolutely no chance in hell he's leaving that arena with the belt. It's just gonna be 1997 all over again. Don't worry about it. 88 rated and an 88 rated show. That's not too bad actually. I'm pretty chuffed with that. There's a couple of segments here that I thought would do better. The Rick, I think that's only that low because Arn Anderson was in it. And then where was the other one that I was disappointed with? Actually, I think the rest of them were all pretty good. Yeah, I think the rest, even the Test in Canyon match, that was higher than I thought it would be. So it's a good show. 88.